Come on. Grip is the most important thing in this game of dice control. Yes, I'm using the hard way set for the person that asks. Hard ways all around. I like to put the threes on top. But to practice the hard way, put the sixes on the side. And see if you can line your fingers up with the dots. As your fingers line up with the dots, you know that you're straight across. That's the most important thing when it comes to dice control. If your grip is off, your throw will be off. And you line your arms straight down with the dice underneath your nose. With a light grip. I like to stand on my tippy toes, but you really don't have to. My left hand right here. Come back with the pendulum swing, back and forward. Also, when you're looking at your target, the nose is very important. Have your nose right in the middle of the back wall. Your nose should be aimed where you want to throw it to. And if you hit the same spot every time, it's a good chance you'll get the same results. I've been throwing a lot of 5-3s today. When I first started throwing, I was a little rusty, but now it's feeling pretty good. Yeah, feet shoulder width apart on your tippy toes. It can be high tippy toes, mid tippy toes, or low tippy toes. I'm just figuring out that I don't have to be at the same height when I'm on my tippy toes every time. So I'm still trying to figure out how high I want to be, how low I want to be. Whatever's comfortable for you and whatever's comfortable for me. Also, when you throw the dice, your arm extension has to be straight. As soon as you release the dice, keep your arm up there. Just like when you shoot a three-point shot, keep your arm up there. That's that follow through. So everything has to be perfect. The hold, your arm, the light touch, left hand right here, feet shoulder width apart, tippy toes, whatever height you want, back and forward. When you come back, do not hesitate. Come back, gotta go forward. It's no hesitation. Same speed too. Same speed, back and forward. You go back like this far already. It's not really far back like that. You know, throw the dice over the table. It's just a little swing. And you come back as far as you think you need to in order to reach your spot. The dice has to hit the back wall. Also, the key to this is having the dice spin in the air together. You can see that they're spinning in the air. You know that you're on point. Hard way set popping. Always use the hard way. I use the hard way set probably 99% of the times. The only other set I'll use is the all 7 set. I'm going to practice with the bowl. Take this outside. Light touch is the key. You have to hold the dice real light, and you have to throw the dice light. For when they hit the dice, when they hit the table, they don't bounce around. I just threw that so light you couldn't even really hear it. And it's a hard 4. It's beautiful. And it's kind of already still set in the hard way set. That is the goal of what we want. Want to hit them hard ways. I don't play the hard ways, but I want to hit them. That's an 8. In fact, and earlier when I was shooting, I was repeating in my head 5-5, hard 10, visualize and believe. It's kind of like meditation to me. 5-5, hard 10, visualize and believe. It's a way to keep me focused on what's going on. Keep me focused on the task at hand. 5-5, hard 10, visualize and believe. 5-5, hard 10, visualize and believe. Look at your spot that you want to hit and hit it every time. I'm aiming right here. That's like the middle of the table. If I hit that every time, I think I'll hit the same numbers every time. Right there is the goal. Whoa. For the bounce, hit these rubber backboard and land softly. That is the key. So your whole game got to be on point, from the grip to how light you're touching the dice. You have to have the same pressure on both dice and the same coverage of the fingers on both dice. If you can do that, you should be able to get those repeat numbers every time. And thus, make a lot of money. That's why we play the come bet, in order to get repeat numbers. And this is the best way to do it. Hard way set popping. My other camera went out. Again? Why did that happen? Camera issues happen. It's a part of life. I was wondering why the screen looks so good. But yeah, I like to throw at least 100 times a day just to get the muscle memory. And once you get the muscle memory down pat, it'll make it easier to throw and easier to make money. That's with anything you do. Your muscle memory is needed for a lot of different sports. It's needed for a lot of different activities. Come on. And craps is no different. The muscle memory in your fingers will be just on point. It's times where I'll be in my bed and my phone will be next to me, and at night I'll be grabbing my phone like this, just because my fingers are so used to grabbing something. And I will be like I'll be like 90% sleep like this. That's just because I'm grabbing dice 100 times a day, 100 to 200 times a day. And that's needed. So when you get to the casino, it won't be no problem to just set the dice and grab it and throw. Won't be no problem. Get my other camera back on. You can see my phone. Is it a good idea? And this game is fun. Like, I was practicing and I was getting in the groove. I'm like, yeah, I'm hot. It's just like, y'all ever see the 3-point contest where the guy, he have like 5 basketballs and he's shooting, and he's shooting, and he getting the rhythm. Like, yeah, I'm feeling it. Like, I'm an athlete first, foremost. Pretty much everybody's athletes when they're kids. So this is tapping into my athletic side when I'm just picking up the dice and throwing them, and I'm hitting good numbers, and I got good rhythm. It's just fun. And sometimes you'll get to the table nervous. That happens. That even happens to me today. But after I throw a couple times, shoot, I'm on. That's why some people, their first hand, when you're playing cards, say you're playing spades, and people pass out the cards, and you got your cards, they call that your hand. Also, when you playing dice, and you have the dice, they call that a hand. So whenever you're finished and you 7 out, that's the end of your hand. So how many times did you throw in that hand is what some people will ask. That's a legitimate question. So on my hand that I got, you know what I'm saying, I'm feeling good. I'm warmed up now, like all the jitters are gone, and I'm just relaxing and shooting. I'm still saying, and it's like in my mind, I'm like, I can't throw no 7 right now. I'm on fire. Like a basketball player that's like, I can't miss a shot. I'm not missing no shot. This is not about to be no 7. I got dice in my way though. That is not about to be no 7. Like, people don't teach you this, but in my mind, you gotta get fired up. Like Ray Lewis, like, yeah, you about to win. Like a middle linebacker, yeah. I'm not about to throw no 7. Like, you gotta get an attitude when you shooting dice. Like, yo, I'm about to get this. This is not about to be a 7. But and it's not a 10. But yeah, it's good to get fired up. It's good to have fun. Yeah, and it comes with practice. You know what I'm saying? It comes with practice, and it comes with being at the casino. I've been doing this for 4 years, so I done had a lot of ups and downs. You just learn from all that, you know? Just learn from the downs. You learn from the ups, too. Ready to win some money. Ready to go win some money. Hardcore. I'm not throwing no 7. And this is like the funnest game, man. It's like, for me, I'm 43 years old, and it's like, football days is gone. I'm not gonna be putting on no football equipment no time soon, and playing no football. But I have played high school football before, and I know the thrill that it is to run for a touchdown. I know the thrill of, winning a game. I know the thrill of making a shot in basketball. So you kind of miss that when you get older. People might play cornhole, or you might go to the gym and play basketball. But sometimes your body can't take that. So, especially like if you're playing basketball or just cornhole in the back, you're not really winning any money. You're just winning like bragging rights. This right here, I can win rent money with this. So that get my blood boiling, get my adrenaline high. I'm like, yeah, it get me fired up. And it makes me not have to work so hard at work. Like, what? You want me to work hard at work? I can just go to the casino and hit some numbers. You know what I mean? So this is like the best game for me at my. I'm not even gonna say at my age because this is good for any age, especially if you're in your 20s or 30s and you just need something different to do. This is especially good because you have a lot of time to grow into it because it takes a while. Even if you're a teenager, get some dice. You're not allowed to go to the casino as a teenager, but once you do, and you're already a polished dice controller, man, they're gonna be trying to kick you out of the casino because you're gonna be making so much money. But yeah, this dice game is the best thing that's happened to me since I learned how to play it. It's brought me so much joy and so many memories. You know what I'm saying? That type of feeling you get when you running for a touchdown and your team is cheering and the crowd is cheering. I miss that. So it kind of brings that back. Like, yeah. And when you have a good night at the casino, you just got a good feeling, man. This is just a great game. And the better you'll do, depends on how much you're willing to practice. Practice is the key. I know it's stereotypical to be like practice makes perfect, but that's the best quote that I can say. And with that, I'm going to see if we have any questions. So let me grab a chair and read the questions. If anybody have any. Ooh, I know that's an athletic sport because I'm feeling kind of tired right now. I'm feeling like I just worked out a little bit. I got my water. But yeah, I'm going to go back and see how many questions we have today. I know somebody had a question about the hardware set. Is that what I'm using? And it is. If you watch my video, you'll see that I have a video on how to do the hardware set. Go check it out. Somebody else just commented that I had a good grip. That's the key right there. It will take you a little while to get the hardware set down. Get the grip down. But once you got it, you got it. You know, once you got it, you know, half of throwing the dice, half of this game is already set. The grip is the most important thing. Can't stress that enough. You said, what winnings have you won? Basically, the most I've ever won from one single night at the casino was $1,700. But it was $1,700. But it was plenty nights where I've won like $500, $800. In the last, $300 here and there. The last big win I've had was $1,500. So $1,700 is the largest, but that's not the only win that I've had. I definitely have more wins than I've had losses. And I'm really confident now that every time I go to the casino, I'm either going to come out with a profit or I'm going to break even. You know, there's no guarantees in life. I'm not going to come in and be like, I guarantee this and that. But I will tell you that I feel confident that I'll win more times than I won't. Okay, I'm getting a lot of questions about the craps table. So I want to answer them. The first question is, what is the path line? Let's see. Let's turn this thing around. Flip the camera and go to the craps table. Okay, this is a craps table layout. And this will be the exact replica of what you'll see at a craps table. And the first question was the pass line, which is right here. If you want to shoot, you have to put money on the pass line. And how much money depends on what the table minimum is. Usually at a craps table in Las Vegas, your table minimum is going to be about $5 or $10. Let's say this craps table minimum is $5. You'll just place $5 right there. And now, if the person that has the dice was to roll, let's see, and they roll a 6, now that is called your point. Okay? So what you'll do is, to get more money, you put your odds behind your money. You have $5 here, your odds, let's say we got $5 odds. And the point is 6. Now, when the person rolls another 6, you'll win on the pass line. So they'll place the $5 right there, and they'll place whatever you have back there. They'll place the odds. So you win on the front line, and you win on the odds. And you collect your money, and you collect the odds, and you go again. Well, let's play this out. Okay, you got a $5 on the pass line, and your point is 6. Let's roll again, just random rolling. That is a 10. Okay. That is a 3. All right. 11. 5. And I'm rolling this now. If a 7 comes before that 6 comes, that means you lose. I jinxed it. So the 7 came, so that means they take the money away, and you lose. That's why it's good to practice your throw for you be able to. That's why it's good to practice your throw for you be able to throw that 6 again, or you'll have a good chance of throwing the 6 again. So what do you enjoy about the gaming community? That's a good question. Pretty much I enjoy the camaraderie you get, the friends that you find. You know, it's only a certain amount of people in this world that can do what we're doing. You know, grabbing the dice and throwing it the correct professional way. There's only so many people in this world that know how to do this. And it's great to be amongst people that do the same thing you do, have the same interests that you do. You talk the same language. People that you don't even know. I can meet somebody that throw like this, and 5 minutes will be cool, best friends. It's all about being friends with people, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I love about the gaming community. You know, let's go to the casino and win some money, create some memories. Some of the best times I've ever had playing at a casino was with my one friend, and I only won $65. Like, $65 really is not that much, but we had so much fun. It was amazing, and it was something to remember. Because what it was is the beginning of the night, I wasn't doing so good, and my money was getting real low. I think I was down to my last $15, and then I started winning that money back. I didn't win up to 65. I won up to, on that run, I probably won up to like 165 because I won back what I lost, and then I gained $65. So yeah, it was an incredible night, and it's like, that's something that I remember, and it's not even a real big night. It's just a $65 night, but it was like the best night that I've had at the casino. And my friend that I was shooting with, he lives in Las Vegas. Like, I know people that live in Las Vegas. So when I go to Vegas, I can just call them up like, "Oh man, let's go to the craps table." He said, "Where did your chips come from?" When I collect chips, I just get chips from different casinos. This one is from the Hotel California in downtown Las Vegas. I got one from this is the MGM on Las Vegas Strip. This is a local casino. It's called Rising Sun, Rising Star. Rising Star is in Rising Sun, Indiana. So a ritual that I have is when I go to the casino, I put a $5 chip and two ones in my pocket. I guess because my lucky number is 7. I guess it's just like a good luck thing that I do. Just put $7 worth of chips in my pocket, and it's just a fun reminder of where I've been, you know. And when people say, they live in a certain city, I can be like, "Oh yeah, I got a chip for that city," you know what I'm saying? And it encouraged me to go to different casinos. Sometimes I just go to the casino to collect chips. It's crazy. One time I was in Las Vegas, I was talking to a couple that was on the bus, and we were just talking about what we were doing in Las Vegas. And at that time, I was just going up and down the strip collecting chips, and they thought that was like the weirdest thing. But now that I'm on TikTok teaching people how to do dice control, these chips come in handy, even if it's just something fun to look at. What's the difference from a place bet over a buy-in bet? Let me see. Let me see if I can answer that question. Okay. When you place a bet, good thing I have this craps table. When you place in a bet, imagine these is $5. So I got a place bet right there on the 4. And when I win on that, I'm just gonna win my money. I'm just gonna collect that 4. I hope you're still in here, George. Push 1 if you're still in here. I'm following you. Because I'm gonna have to get back at you with that, because I don't really place bets and I don't buy bets. So I'm trying to go off of memory, and I don't want to get it wrong. And you still in here? I'm trying to go off of memory. You know what I'm saying? I haven't placed bets or bought bets in a long time. And I have a craps dealer that I work with, and he was talking about placing bets. Basically, I think it's better to buy a bet because you'll get more in return. And it's not even that much more. It's probably like $3 or $4 in return. But I apologize because I don't really place bets. So sometimes I don't remember how it goes. What I do is, and I'll teach you this, I do come bets. And the come bet is right here. I do come bets. Let's say this is $15. Right? You place it in the come area. And the person will throw, right? So they'll take this and they'll put it on the 8. And what you can do is you can back it up with odds. So when the 8 comes again, you got to throw the 8 again in order to win. So when the 8 comes again, they'll pay you on the front line and they'll pay you on the odds. So it's like every you get $6 from every $5 that you got. So this is 15, and you'll get $6 on all those. So it's pretty much you get $18 back here. And I like doing that better. And that's what they teach. I like doing no combats better, and that's what they teach us to do. Because of the odds, that's what they teach us to do. They just say, just stick with the combats. That's it. Combats and pass line. That's it. So a lot of other stuff, I'm like, oh, I know what it is, but it's kind of hard for me to explain it. And I feel bad because I'm not able to explain it now. But after this, I'm going to do my homework and I'm going to be like, I'm going to just know it just because the question is going to come up again. But when you go to like the seminars, they'll tell you, don't place bets, don't buy bets because it's like you're losing money. You know what I'm saying? Because you'll get more money if you put odds on it. And it's not like $15 odds. You got to put like $100 odds. You can't do that with place bets, and you can't do that with when you buy it. If that makes sense. And I don't like buying or placing bets either because my money is at risk. You know what I'm saying? I don't want my money to be at risk the whole time because I don't know when the 7 is going to come. They say after every 6 throws, the 7 is going to come. So I only want my money to be at risk like half of the time. If that makes sense. So if I'm shooting and I'm rolling numbers, I'm kind of warming up. So while I'm warming up, I'm going to wait like 5 rolls, and then I'm going to put it on the comeback. If on the first roll of the comeback, it's just like the pass line. On the first roll of the comeback, if the roll is a 7 or 11, you'll win. If the roll is a 3, 12, or 2, you'll lose. So I got that protection, and then it'll go to whatever number I throw. And if I'm throwing correctly and I'm in a good groove, that number is going to come again because I'm doing the same motion and I'm hitting the same spot. So I apologize again for not really knowing it, and I don't like to try to guess. I want to know it before I start talking about stuff. But I'm glad you asked me that question before I can be like, man, what? Let me get some more understanding on this. Too bad this is a live stream, so I can't, it's kind of boring for me to be like, let me break out the book. Hold on. Let me break out the book. I can break out the book and read, but, that's kind of boring. It'll be like dead time. It said, why bet odds? You bet the odds because let's say if my money is on a 4, right? My come bet is on a 4. The 4 pays 2 to 1. Meaning if I have $50 on the 4, $50 odds on the 4, and it pays 2 to 1, that's gonna bring me $100. Because it multiplies my odds by 2. It's going to be me $100. So what I strive to do is put $100 on the 4 so I can bring in $200 just off of one hit. That's how you make your most money in the shortest amount of time. It said over there in the higher comeback. Lose on the come with what? You lose on the come. Like you put money on the comeback, you'll lose with a 2, 3. A 2 and a 3. You don't lose with you lose with a 2, 3, and 12 on the comeback. 2, 3, 12, you lose. Okay. So the comeback is like the rollout bet, yeah. The comeback is like, yeah. It's like when you first start the game. It's like the come out bet. I guess that's why they call it the come out. But it's called a comeback because you want that number to come again. You know what I'm saying? So you're betting on that number to come. And then they have something that's called, I'm about to show you. They got something that's called, damn, I don't have it. Oh, yeah, here we go. They got something that's called the don't come bar, which is pretty much the opposite. You got the come, you got the don't come. You have the pass line, and you have the don't pass. These are just opposite bets from each other. So yeah, the come bet is just like the pass line bet, but it's like you can walk up in the middle of a game and put money on a come bet, but in order to play the pass line, you have to start from the beginning. Thank you for the questions, man. I appreciate you, George. I hope you're following me. I never seen you in here before. Okay, so the comeback is like the rollout bet, yeah. So I'll be back. K. Robinson. What you mean you be back? Where you going? Where you going now? I'm following you, K. Robinson. I hope you follow me back. But I appreciate everybody that's coming into the live stream. And that's my time. I have to go. I appreciate everybody, though. You know what I'm saying? Everybody that's in here now. There's a couple people in here now. But it's my time. I thank my moderator for doing an excellent job, as always. And I'll see you next time, George. Thanks for the question. I love it. I love being challenged. All right. All right, see you next time.